Review copy provided by Screenwave Media. Hey guys, what you're seeing here is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice on the PC, and it's running at 4K 60 frames per second on my build, which is a Ryzen 2700X and a GTX 1080 Ti, running at the absolute maximum settings that the game provides. You can adjust all the various different aspects of the game to a certain degree. Of course, it is not the most substantial amount of options there is for a PC game, but it is obviously a lot more than what the consoles offer. So mainly this is going to be a quick impressions of the game for the first few hours, and the rest of it's going to be gameplay footage running at native 4K on the PC. And the question is, of course, is this game worth your money if you're a fan of the Dark Souls series and of the games that are made by From Software? And the answer is absolutely yes. Now, if you're deciding whether or not you're going to buy this on PC or on console, it depends on a few things, and that would be if you have a PC that can run the game. I do suggest having a GTX 1060, which is a few years old now, which can run this game at 1080p 60 frames per second. And the reason why I suggest using that if you're going with PC, if you do have a PC and a PlayStation 4 Pro or Xbox One X, is that you will get 60 frames per second, which the console versions absolutely do not provide. There is a Digital Foundry comparison in the PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox One X, PlayStation 4 regular, and the Xbox One S do not provide 60 frames per second. In fact, the frame rate is very fluctuating on PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, for example. It runs anywhere between 30 frames per second and 45 to 50 frames per second. Now granted, this isn't a shooter, so you don't necessarily need 60 frames per second, but I did find that playing this game at 60 frames per second on my PC was a very enjoyable experience, and the game ran very smoothly with no distractions with the frame rate. And as you can tell, the game looks absolutely gorgeous at 4K 60 frames. Definitely, without a doubt, this is the best looking From Software game they've ever made. If you are looking for the best experience possible, it is going to be on the PC for this particular game. I am enjoying the game so far very much. The combat is excellent. It's not unfair at all. Basically, you need to learn your opponent's attacks, and you need to learn how to attack your opponent both defensively and offensively in order to defeat them in the best way possible. This is not a game where you can simply go in there and continue to hit the attack button and expect to have victory. The game rewards both stealth maneuverability and the ability to read your opponent's attacks and react to them in the way that is best to break their defenses and to get in for the attack and to achieve victory. And you will need to approach it with patience, and of course with the expectation that you will die because of the way you need to learn the opponent's attacks. In comparison to other From Software games, I don't think thus far that I could say one way or another the game is really that much more difficult or more easy necessarily, but it is different than other Dark Souls games. I do think this provides a new experience for fans of the Dark Souls series and Bloodborne and games that are made by From Software. So if I was going to judge the game by the first few hours from my impressions here, I would suggest picking this game up. I do think it's worth it. It is a highly crafted, well-made game, and the controls are absolutely spot on. Flawless controls. I do suggest picking this up. I do think this is the best experience, like I said, on the PC. So that's going to do it for my impressions, guys. Enjoy the rest of the footage, and I'll talk to you very soon in the next video.
The divine heir. Last we stood together was your uncle's funeral.
Lord Genichiro. you.
Leave this to me.
So the noble shinobi stands in our way.
don't feel safe with that big bastard just tied up next to us. I'd rather not be gravely injured just before the war begins.
Ah, those red eyes fear fire.
Proclamations.
Eh?